Dealing with OCD. Easter again. Okay, boy. So, last time I played, I'd managed to get into this basement from the upper levels of the castle, with the crowbar that I found in the mines after progressing in there further. And now here we are in the actual basement where we can explore further into the travails of this place and see what we find of intrigue, baby dolls. So let's head on then. Lots more high platforms, does it appear, and not too much on the lower level, so let us investigate these high platforms here. See if we find any concealed diamonds behind these chain-link structures, But we aren't at the moment, but there's a key, curiously enough. And it's interesting how in this version we end up at this side of the door first, isn't it? Whereas with the classic version we ended up at that right side of the door at first. And we found that key, but found out that it needed to be unlocked, that the door needed to be unlocked from this side. Whereas now we can't interact with the door at all from this side. Maybe that'll change once we get hold of that key, baby dolls, but that's anyone's guess at this point in time. So let's see what we find in this joint. Fruit. And we're above the kitchen now, aren't we? Where I laid down the dough in my last episode. A shamrock. Presumably this'll be for, Seamus the leprechaun, won't it? So, yeah, I'll head over here and collect it. Another concealed diamond here, though. An Irish shamrock, That's awful specific, isn't it? I wonder what other kinds of shamrocks you might find in the world. Mancunian shamrocks? Liverpudlian shamrocks? Guess you can never be sure. With the times that we live in and all. Doesn't seem to be anything down there at this moment. Maybe once we investigate further we'll actually find things though. And there's probably going to be something hidden in these log piles here in the wood store. Like logs, for instance, and a spade, so this'll be helpful, I imagine. You try to open the chest, boy. It's locked, boy. Anyway, I imagine this log will be helpful for when we, need to cook. Presumably the loaf of bread for Daisy, maybe. So, let's take it with us upstairs and decide what to do here. What to leave and what to take. I'll leave the crowbar and take the matches. No, I'll take the kindling first. I must be heading up then. I've no need to worry about forgetting where those items are, since, you know, when we go into the kitchen, we'll see them up above, won't we, waiting for us, pretty much. Okay then. So now we've got plenty of items by which we can solve puzzles, haven't we? So let's be getting out of here and start solving those puzzles so we can progress. Sounds like a grand idea to me, after all. I'll leave the logs here for the time being. When I was playing in the past, the logs would have ended up on the screen full of potentially useless items, wouldn't they? But now that I know better after completing the classic version of this game, well, the dynamic of the situation has changed, hasn't it, Sunny Jim? Yes, sir, Bob, it has. I've decided that I'm gonna go to the mines first and dig with the spade. That seems like it'll be the wisest thing to do first, in the interests of handling all of this in a more time-effective and efficient manner, you see, Sunny Jim. So down into the mines we descend now. With our spade, I don't think we'll be needing anything else except maybe that feather. Providing we actually make it to Dozy now, but I don't think we will. Yeah, seems like we're probably going to have to dig into that mass of soil and rock and whatever it is from the side, like we did last time. And yeah, I thought it seemed familiar that we dug into it from the top at one point, but who knows, I could just be thinking of another Dizzy game, which is a plausible prospect to consider. You dig into the dirt with the spade until you hit rock. Great. And yes, we have an also helpful miner's helmet now, don't we? Would have been nice if we could have dug all the way through, wouldn't it, in order to create a passage through that tunnel in order to save time and kind of create a shortcut for ourselves essentially, but no biggie, I suppose. In the end, when all's said and done, rocks might be too hard to dig through when you've only got a spade, eh? Maybe the pickaxe would help, but let's not waste time over things so trivial, eh? Down we descend then. Although, when you think about it, we might have ended up doing things the slower way after all by deciding to come to the mines first. Since I might need more keys to unlock more elevator mechanisms before I'm able to get this stuff to Dozy. Oh yes, let's just leave all this stuff here anyway. I'll take the spade back. Just so there's my screen full of items can look more complete above ground, pretty much. Heading up again. There's so many levels and floors here that the singer for the theme tune of Are You Being Served would get overwhelmed, wouldn't she? Having all those flaws to describe in regards to the contents that those flaws actually hold and all. So yes, here we are again, and I should have gone into the castle first, shouldn't I? Anyway, let's get these items in there now. I think I've got the umbrella, haven't I? Yes. So that I won't get hurt by the falling drips of water. It's 26 Celsius in here because it's 6 in the afternoon and it's been sunny for most of the day, pretty much, with the occasional cloud cover. Hopefully it won't get any hotter. After all, we are getting close to 7 in the evening, and I've found that usually the temperature doesn't rise anymore once we get to 7 in the evening on summer evenings, pretty much. So now we can presumably pass, what's his name, Seamus with the Shamrock Eye. Is this your lucky charm, Seamus, boy? Yes, it is, young man. Where did you find it, laddie? In the other side of the castle, boy. Oh, thank you, lad. I'll let you pass now, son. You can also have this crate I used to trap Fluffles, boy. Thanks, Seamus. That could be useful, boy. For a certain Fluffle I know, boy. And now, personally though, Sonny Jim, I imagine this crate will be used for a whole other purpose, as opposed to just catching Fluffles. So let's leave our kindling here, since we obviously aren't going to need it, I don't think, until we end up in the kitchen. I mean, Seamus doesn't look like the most trustworthy character to leave our objects alongside, does he? Well, fortunately, thieving isn't a thing in Dizzy games. At least when it comes to main character, at least when it comes to non-playable characters. So can we get through this door with this key now, or do we have to be on the other side of it? I mean, it does look like the keyhole's on this side of it with this little protrusion that you can see in the door here, doesn't it? So let's try. The door has no keyhole on this side, boy. But it looks like the keyhole's on this side, doesn't it? Oh, how inconsiderate of the game, making us go to all this effort to unlock this door. Having us first go to it on the left side, and then having us need to come to this eastern side of it in order to collect the key, and having to go to the western side of it again. It's almost like we're being played for fools, isn't it? But still, this should be possibly the last time we'll have to come through the more dangerous way of entering the castle by the caves, by these subterranean caves here. Yeah, I'll take these mushrooms with me as well, just in case they prove useful. Although I'll likely be storing them on my list, on my screen full of potentially useless items until they prove that they actually have a use. What can I say? I can be a bit hard to please sometimes. Actually, I'll eat the mushroom seed for the time being so that I can get the spade over here with the rest of my items. Good to be organised after all, I say. Even though it's hard for me to be organised with my OCD a lot of the time. So now I'll take the logs, and I think that'll be all we need from those items, to be frank, baby dolls. And now in the castle we go to see if we can retrieve the joke book for the Joker. Doing more good for the world, you could say. In the interest of progression and completing another game. And now here we are. So let's set up our box. Here our crate. You put the crate. You put the crate. You put the crate on the floor. On the floor, boy. And isn't it a nice, cute, bright green colour, the crate, eh? And now we have a big book of jokes to ensure that our Joker never actually gets bored, pretty much. And now that we've placed this box here, this crate here, we can presumably never collect it or move it again. But that does rule it out as a potential item to have to use again to solve more potential puzzles, doesn't it? So there's something to be thankful of. Lessening the overall complexity of the situation. My sons and daughters and brothers and brethren. Bye. So yes, time to descend into the basement again and unlock the big, thick, heavy door. So that we can get to the Jester in an easy, quick, expeditious and convenient manner. And give him the joke book he so seeks after. The large door creaks open, boy. And now, on we go to the Joker. Underground, further in the basement. Curious how the king himself likes standing around in the basement, isn't it? Hope he's not getting got toward and sinister and sneaky doings underground in this basement. I'll leave our items there, which we're going to take to the kitchen in order to cook. And let's just descend to the Joker. See if we can make his day with the joke book, yes. And now we get a curious musical change, even though we're still in the depths of the castle. You'd think, according to the music, that we were out in the wilderness again, in the forests, wouldn't you? Here's your joke book, Joker, boy. Wherever did you find it, boy? He starts flicking through the pages, boy. Thank you, kind boy. I can entertain the king again now, boy. Here, take this bag of cement, boy. Okay, thanks, boy. So, will we be using this cement to maybe make a key or something in the key making machine? I mean, I wouldn't have thought the keys were made of cement myself, but I'm no locksmith, am I, baby dolls? The truth, the extent of my locksmithing is from video games where I pick locks in order to get content from treasure chests and whatnot that I shouldn't have access to under normal circumstances. But I digress, Sonny Jim, you don't need to know that. At least until I actually play those games and videos, you don't need to know that, yes. So let's try this. No. That doesn't work. Are you sure? Or do we like need to turn this on or something? Well, that's kind of confusing, isn't it? Still, I'll just take this stuff to the kitchen so that we're ready for when we actually need to cook something here. Bit disappointing that we've only got up to 35 diamonds thus far, isn't it? I think I've been playing for like 20 minutes too. But I have no means of rolling the dough, do I? But I wonder if I can still set up the logs here. Yes, you place the logs in the oven, right. And can we use the kindling? You place the kindling on the logs, right. And do we use the cement? I mean, no, we didn't do that last time, but it's good to try all these things anyway, isn't it? You like the kindling with the matches, boy. I know it's a shame to subject the logs and the kindling to the pain of burning for all this time, isn't it, but I don't think it will ever extinguish, and it's only a video game, isn't it? And there are those who would argue that wood and kindling probably don't feel pain, aren't they? Aren't they? So, no matter. But now I'm left with a new quandary, aren't I, in regards to, what to use this cement on here. Does this music actually have percussion to it, or am I hearing another sort of audio somewhere that the occasional bumping is coming from? Jizzy boy, have you found all my diamonds yet, boy? Not yet, boy. Well, guess looking for them then, boy. And don't return until you've found them, boy. Enough of this slacking and tardiness, boy. I could disagree with the man like that, Off we go to regroup on my screen full of items, and we'll see if I can get any more ideas and brainwaves in regards to what to do. I wonder if there's any objects in the boxes in that screen we were at before. That basement screen, just below our current location here. Not seeing anything, but you never know. Suppose I should have brought me crowbar down here, shouldn't I, to see if there was actually if the boxes could actually be unlocked with a crowbar, but not quite desperate enough to try that yet. Can we open this yet? I can't remember if we got a message or a notification on us when we tried opening the box before, you see. Still hearing that kind of a bumping sound. Maybe something's being done downstairs or something. But if I'm confused, I might as well take this chain link fence with us, this chain link piece with us. In addition to the crowbar, I'll try the crowbar on this box, but to no avail. And it's kind of strange how I can go behind this box, but I go in the front of this box, isn't it? But I might end up eating the fruit of a try. Too much experimentation and trial and error with those boxes, so I'm gonna put them on the back burner for a while. But let's see if we can open these boxes with a crowbar. Doesn't seem like it. I am pretty clueless as to what I can use the cement for, though. I also need to put the cement over the quicksand, but what would be the point of doing that? I mean, I can already get past it, can't I? So, that's kind of confusing. Try it though, when all's said and done. I'll take the umbrella too, since we'll be needing that. And let's be heading off to the beach then. Wonder if I need to maybe pour the cement into this water. Could be cruel though towards that woman, that lady in the lake after she helped us, couldn't it? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. Although she has no qualms about so roughly hurling me out of the water, does she? I guess sometimes our friends are going to be surly towards us rather than warm and welcoming, aren't they? Could just be human nature pretty much. Wonder if we poured the cement down here for some reason. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, then let's try it with a quicksand. Ah, you poured cement into the sand, boy, boy. It sinks deep, bringing something to the surface, boy, boy. The cement mixes with the sand and water and sets solid, boy, boy. So now presumably we'll be able to walk on the quicksand without getting hurt. Yes. Isn't that nice and resourceful of us? Can't seem to leave the key on the quicksand again, though, curiously enough. And yes, now we have a nice pink key to go to the mines with, don't we? Yes. So in we go. Leave the umbrella there as usual, as I don't anticipate coming across dripping water in here. Now let's see if we can find another elevator mechanism to unlock, I think I came across another one of them over past this body of noxious liquid, didn't I? So, I wonder if it's actually possible to get into these floors below where I am as well. I mean, given that you actually see an apple down there, you'd think it'd be possible to get there, wouldn't you? But at the same time, it looks like there's nothing sealing this floor below me off from that deadly liquid, so makes you wonder if we can actually get them to get their apple, or if it's just a decoration in order to add to the realism. You know how sometimes in real life you probably find things that you can't get to and whatnot. So it makes games seem more realistic if you're presented with that kind of a quandary as you play them as well, doesn't it? There's a loud clunk, and something starts to move. Okay then, so let's see what the other elevator takes us to. And if it presumably, hopefully, opens up more of the mines for us, so that we can find more stuff to help us with. Wrong way. Got no items now, but it's a nice liberating feeling sometimes to walk around with empty pockets. With light pockets, pretty much. Slowed myself down a little bit by being too curious. So now this elevator's working, so will we be able to get to Dozy now, I wonder, presuming he's actually in this mine complex? More food, which we don't need just yet. And another lift mechanism, another elevator mechanism, for which presumably we'll need another key. Another diamond too to satisfy ourselves with. I think in the classic version this air horn was a red herring item, wasn't it? Whether it'll still be is anyone's guess. Danger, boy, boy. Cave in, boy, boy. Fortunately, I have a miner's helmet on my person this time. That's a new item up there that I haven't seen and that I didn't see in the classic version, that grill looking thing on the top left there. So let's see where it is, baby dolls. Sheet metal, eh? So could this be what we make a key from, I wonder? We'll find out soon enough, I imagine. Might not be in this part, but it'll be soon enough, baby dolls. So it seems like we need to get this elevator in working order. Might not be able to get to Dozy until we've done that, in fact. And it seems like that's actually the case now that I think about it. So, I'll leave that stuff there, but I'm going to be taking the miner's helmet still, as I need it to traverse the rock falls, don't I? Here. Wonder how long I've been going for now. 35 minutes maybe. That's my guess from looking at the time. Maybe a little more when all is said and done. So I'll probably be ending this video soon. But now let's head up and see if we can get to that key-making machine in the castle, eh? I will be a little stumped, though, regarding what the key will be for, though, once we get it. But I dare say my quick thinking and my logical intuition will help me when we get to that obstacle, baby dolls. So let's be heading on down there. Good thing I've still got the umbrella. Whee! So, I'll leave the mushrooms here without they're a potentially useless item. And now what do we take, I wonder? I'll just take the sheet metal. And let's hope it's enough. Almost got hit by that bird. Almost panicked ever so slightly as I veered into its path. So, what did I leave down here again, if anything? Nothing, it looks like. To be honest, the whole place doesn't burn down after I left, that's all for known, isn't it? Anything else to say, Seamus? No? To be honest, he didn't actually steal whatever item that was that I left next to him, isn't it? With that shifty look on his face, and his untrustworthy body language. So yes, let's see if we can actually make that key. You placed a sheet of metal in the machine. Press the leave, boy. It starts by planking a lot, boy, making the residents of the castle suspicious in regards to what you might be getting up to, boy. You mischievous little scamp, you, boy. Then a shiny Yuki falls out, making me think the residents of the castle might actually appreciate the favor you've done for them, creating a key to unlock one of the many locked locks in this place, boy. And now we have a grey key. Presumably this will be a key we use in the mines, to unlock an elevator mechanism pretty much. But we've been going a long time now, haven't we? So I'll put the key down and save and come out of the game and see how long we've been going for. So goodbye, folks. 33 minutes after all, that's quite a while. So until next time, folks, I'll catch you all later. Adios and goodbye.